This is a Joolz Aer2, and today we're going to show you how to remove all of the textiles from the nest to seat accessory in case you want to wash them or conduct small sewing repairs, and also how to put the whole thing back together. To remove the nest seat, we're going to start by unbuckling that strap on the back. This one. Flip it around, reach under, and pinch those buttons on either side of those clips so that it's all detached. Then on the side arms here, you're going to press in on this button, slide the arm down to the point where it's at that gap in the trough. Then you can pop off this clip and pull this out. Other side, press in that button, slide the arm down to that gap in the trough. Once it's all the way down to the gap, you can push that clip in and pop it off. And then you can remove the entire nest to seat. The first and easiest thing to remove is going to be the seat liner, and in a lot of cases you might just need to wash that. So we'll do that first. You're going to want to open up the harness. And you can open up the Velcro here and pull through the central buckle. Just going to go through this padding bit. Like that. Then we can feed through the side belts. As well as this shoulder straps. This is like an assembly, but it's all the way open here. So you can just push the whole thing through. And reach around. There are buttons here on the side. The other one was already unbuttoned. Velcro at the top. And the last thing here is this red strap that goes through the board. So we have to get at that. You want to lower the leg rest by unzipping this bit here. And it gives you a little bit more room to maneuver with these lower textiles. And then slide off. It allows you to get to this red strap underneath. So you're just going to pull that out and flatten it and slot it through. And now you have the entire insert removed. Then if you want to wash the rest of the textiles, you can pull down these textiles over these little connector bits, like this. And then we can slide out this backboard. It's a pretty tight fit. So little by little, remove the entire backboard. And then you have this rib assembly, which includes the handle arms and an attached rib for the canopy. So in order to remove all this, on either side, you're going to start by popping off a button here at the bottom, as well as feeding this button through the eyelet. And we're going to do the other side. Detach this button at the bottom, and then feed this button through the eyelet. And then open it up right here on the side. You'll see that there's a little hinged part. This is for the canopy rib. And there is a button at the bottom here. You can press in on that, and that will release the second rib. So then you can slide it out like this. We'll do the other side. Opens up here at the side. And there's this little button down in there. So press it in. And then we can pull out that canopy rib. And now this rib has been separated, and we can pull it all the way out. And then if you pull back the canopy here, and you look under, it's like the flap for holding the sun drape in place. There's a zipper here. And we can unzip this. And this then allows you to pull out the arms sort of simultaneously. You just have to feed them those little clips in at the bottom as you go, and the whole assembly will come out. With this part feeding in there, so you'll know for later. And then you have soft textiles. If you would like to remove and wash this middle buckle or middle harness strap, you just flip over the backboard, and it has one of these setups where like there's this plastic bit that you just turn sideways and you can press through like that. All of the textiles are machine washable on a colder 30-degree wash, and then you just hang them up to dry, and then you can remount them to the mechanical elements as we'll show now. Okay, remounting. I'm going to start with this buckle. Just push this in sideways and make sure it's facing the right direction at the end. It should be outwards like this. Then we'll begin by reinserting this backboard. And slotting it in. And then you can bend this in here so that these are going to pop out through these holes. Then from this side, we're going to pull back those canopy fabrics so we get to that zipper. And we're going to take this assembly like this with the canopy bits facing outwards. And if you look on the side, you'll notice there are these channels here. These go for these long straight bits, whereas these arms are going to go straight in through the side so they can pop out here. So we're going to line up these first. And feed these in as well. You'll want to kind of keep those straight as possible. And then feed everything into position. And be sure on the sides here that you then pull these out so they wind up like that on either side. And continue pressing until you can get to that zipper. And then if you open this up here at the side, you'll see you get to your canopy strut. And here is the channel for the canopy rib. So you can slide your canopy rib all the way through and reattach it into that bit, and it'll kind of click into place. Turn it around, find our canopy rib on this side and our canopy hinge, and click it into place as well. Then on either side here, we're going to put that little button through the eyelet and button this onto the end. Through the eyelet and buttoned onto the end. Then we're going to start reattaching that seat liner. So take your central buckle and slot it in through here to the top of the seat liner and put it through this padding. And then I'm going to take these red straps and pop them through these slits in the backboard, or I suppose baseboard at this point. And you have this buckle that needs to go through this lower slit to the other side, and the top one that needs to go through this upper slit to the other side. Just do that to keep them in place. Then we're going to fit this leg rest into this pocket. Like this. And you can put that leg rest up if you like. Eventually that Velcro will Velcro on right here. And then we're going to feed through the side straps. Other side strap. And then we can put up the top portion and pull through the shoulder straps And that just lines all the way up and tucks in above and below here. And it buttons here on the sides. And if you pull back all of those canopy textiles, you're also going to have a Velcro here at the top, as such. Now we can put it back on the chassis. So these clips are going to go over this bar, and the bar is going to go right in here and anchor against this foot. I'm going to slot it in, and then reach in and clip those clips into place. Then there's this strap with a buckle, and that's going to go over the second bar. So I'm going to flip this back to make it a little easier to get to, and we're just going to reach under and clip it. Then you have these clips on the side arms, and you'll notice here there's this little rounded protrusion, and that's going to go right into those gaps in the troughs where we took the textiles out of. So you're going to flip this around like this, position this so it can go into that lower gap, and then clip it over the side. Then we have one on this side too. So protrusion into that gap in the trough, clipping it on. And then you can take both of these arms and you're going to press it up till it goes past this little button, and it'll click upright. So in any case, that was our video on how to remove the textiles from the Joolz Aer2 Nest seat. We hope this video was useful to you, and if it was, we ask that you subscribe, as it helps us to continue making videos in the future. Thank you.